scope of ethics in business is in which area?
Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer.
Ethics is derived from the dash word ethos.
Nice selection. Greek is the correct and valid answer.
What is an example of integration knowledge?
Excellent choice. Using different software applications to streamline business processes is the right answer.
Who should be responsible for ethics in office?
Nice work.
You chose all of these, and it is correct.
This form of business has a continuous life.
Strong choice. Corporation is the right answer.
The history of business ethics begin in dash.
Great job. 1970s is the accurate answer.
Demonstrates punctuality and good attendance. X. Attendance is a brilliant choice.
What P in Philippine business in social dash? Perfect. Progress is the correct choice.
The basic justification of ethics is to dash. Right again. Behave according to agreed rules is a valid answer.
An owner of shares in a company or business. Nicely done. Shareholder is a solid answer.
A business that supports local suppliers is? Right choice. Multiple choice is the best answer. It has no restrictions on type of business. Exactly. Sole proprietorship makes sense, and it is right choice.
The cost-benefit principle fits well with?
On track. Utilitarianism is the correct answer.
Unfair treatment of staff is an example of?
Well picked. Unethical business practices is the correct answer.
What is not a characteristic of ethics is?
You got it. Your choice is universal is right.
It is a business owned by one person only.
Good thinking. Sole proprietorship is the right answer.
Morals and behavior in business situations.
Solid response. Business ethics is a valid choice.
Profit is important to businesses because?
Correct response. It is a measure of businesses. Success is the most accurate answer.
Which is not a form of business ownership?
Valid point. Retail is true.
How many social business models are there?
Well reasoned. 9 is the correct choice.
Business people have the skills to solve.
Bravo. Some social problems is the answer.
What is the origin for the word ethics?
You're right. Greek word ethos is the correct answer.
Name any one Indian perspective of ethics.
Smart pick. Purusharth is the correct choice.
Enforceable rules of conduct in a society.
Sharp thinking. Law is the right choice.
Why is there a need for business ethics?
Clear logic. Your choice, all of the above, is sound and 100% true.
A web address that identifies a website.
Great thinking. Domain name is the right choice.
Who is known for his Nicomachean ethics?
Good job. Your answer, Aristotle, works well here.
Entity name under which you do business?
Correct. Business name is the right answer. A business with poor ethics is likely to. Well done. Lose customers is the right choice. Confidence in the integrity of a person. You chose trust, and it is correct. Establish the rules of conduct within an. Valid point. Code of ethics is true. The study of ethics includes the use of. Clear logic. Your choice all of the above is sound and 100% true. What is a code of ethics in business? Well done. A set of principles that guide ethical behavior is the right choice. What business practices are unethical? Right again. All of them is a valid answer. How many business functions are there? You're right. 8 is the correct answer. Impact of good business ethics is dash. Great job. Good word of mouth from customers is the accurate answer. Truthfulness, sincerity, or frankness? Well reasoned. Honesty is the correct choice. What does business ethics refer to? Smart pick. The principles and values that guide business behavior is the correct choice. Our ethics steers us away from dash or. Excellent. Unjust outcomes is a brilliant choice. Which is not another word for ethics. Solid response. Integrity is a valid choice. Ethics is about doing the dash thing. Perfect. Right is the correct choice. What is an example of business ethics? Nice work. You chose treating employees and customers with respect and honesty, and it is correct. Ethics is derived from the Greek word. Excellent choice. Ethical is the right answer. Business ethics give benefits to dash. Good thinking. Everyone is the right answer. What is meant by normative ethics is? Strong choice. Ethics determine whether an action is right or not is the right answer. What do organizational ethics guide? Sharp thinking. Reaction to internal and external affairs is the right choice. Sustainable business practice means correct response. Assessing how present business practice affects the future is the most accurate answer. Which is true of ethics in business? On track. Sometimes laws are needed to uphold ethics is the correct answer. An unethical business may lose dash. Nice selection. Customers is the correct and valid answer. How can a business behave ethically? Bravo. Good morals is the answer. Why are workplace ethics important? You got it. Your choice all of the above is right. What is business ethics related to? Well picked. All of these is the correct answer. How can a business minimize waste? Right choice. Recycling is the best answer. Most industries have specific dash. Nicely done. Codes of ethics is a solid answer. Which is not a nature of business. You chose there are 4 forms of business organization, and it is correct. The honesty of a person's actions. Good job. Your answer integrity works well here. Some examples of poor ethics are:
Correct. Poor attendance and gossiping is the right answer.
etymological definition of ethics.
Exactly.
Ethos means character or custom makes sense, and it is right choice. Who is considered self-employed?
Smart move. All of the above is an accurate answer.
Safety is the responsibility of.
Great thinking.
Everyone tags business ethics is the right choice.
The basis of business ethics is
You chose moral standards, and it is correct.
a code of ethics is designed to
Smart pick. Provide guidelines for proper behavior is the correct choice. Saving scarce natural resources. Nice work. You chose conservation, and it is correct. This is the study of morality.
well reasoned. Ethics is the correct choice.
Business ethics is about dash.
Solid response.
The application of ethical values to business behavior is a valid choice. What are ethics in business? Good thinking. Moral guidelines of behavior is the right answer.
What is ethics to do with?
Great thinking. Right and wrong is the right choice.
Business ethics includes
You're right. The safeguarding of dignity at the place of work is the correct answer. What is ethics all about? On track. Morally correct behavior is the correct answer.
promotion refers to dash.
Strong choice. How the business tells people about the product is the right answer.
Ethics is important for
Well done. All of them is the right choice.
business ethics means
Great job. Conduct business with a human touch is the accurate answer.
what does CPAR involve?
Right choice. Actions a business takes to further social good is the best answer.
Ethics is a branch of. Nicely done. Philosophy is a solid answer.
Price refers to dash. You got it. Your choice. How much people will to pay for the product is right. Maxims for business.
Exactly. Buddhism makes sense and it is right choice. Illegal actions are.
Well picked. Usually unethical is the correct answer.
A company is a dash.
Nice selection. Corporation is the correct and valid answer. Who has ethics? Sharp thinking. Everyone is the right choice.
What is ethics?
Valid point. An individual standard of behavior is true.
How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format.
Correct response. Contact Narayan Changda is the most accurate answer.